Welcome in Deseret News Rewind. The schedule video, Dusty Litster, Dane Stewart, is always presented by the Utah Army National Guard.
Yeah, Dusty, and hey, if you're interested in finding out more about the National Guard, visit www.nationalguard.com. Find out how you can earn up to $20,000 in educational assistance, also up to $20,000 in signing bonuses depending on career path and opportunity that you sign up for. So a lot of great opportunities to better your life through the Utah Army National Guard.
Week 3, we got a lot of teams heading out of state.
Yep.
We got some outstanding games. We're going to try to talk about some of the top ones going on this next week.
Yeah.
We're going to give you some picks, a reason to get a little mad at us,
right,
too.
that's
Let's
right.
talk about the big one. I mean, this is the measuring stick game for Corner Canyon. Bingham, they're used to this, but also they know that they are being used as a measuring stick.
Yeah.
Ask East to that's gone a little bit, but Corner Canyon versus Bingham, week 3.
Yeah, a lot of people had Bingham as the number one team in the state coming into the year. We had Corner Canyon ahead of Bingham. This is going to be a slobber knocker of a game. You've got two of the top defenses in the state. You've got one of the top quarterbacks in the state, and a young man who is throwing the ball pretty doggone good in men for Bingham. Maine. And we're going to learn a lot about him going up against that Corner Canyon defense, which has been giving teams fits.
Yeah, Bingham 2-0, got a win against Taylorsville and a win against Weber. Corner Canyon 2-0, wins against Orem and Harriman. And Cole Hagan's going to have to find himself this week.
Austin Bell, watch that running game. See if they can get that going against that Bingham defensive front.
It's going to be a lot of fun. You watch that game on KMYU. It'll be available for you there. Fremont and Roy. This was an old rivalry, kind of died, and now it's kind of back. But both teams licking their wounds.
Put a star next to this game. This is a really important Region 1 game. Both these teams needing to get off to a positive start in region play. Probably the most competitive week or kickoff of region play in Region 1 that week. Fremont trying to come back, Dart and Roy trying to come back. Two really good quarterbacks. Defense is going to have to show up big for Fremont or Roy to get a win.
Yeah, Roy 1-1 coming off that loss against Dixie, who's very, very good. That's something to sneeze at. And Fremont 0-2 after a heartbreaking loss, and then a tough one this week. All right, Dixie versus Desert Hills, and whoo doggy. Who knew that you'd have essentially the region championship game in week 1? Yeah. But that's where this goes. But Dixie, Desert Hills.
Crazy when you look at this. Desert Hills 0-2 to start the year. Boy, who would have thunk that, huh? 28 and 29 points in losses. So the real key is, can Dixie score more than 28 or 29 points? I'm just teasing, Thunder fans. That's a joke. It's going to be a good one.
Well, you're looking at two of the better quarterbacks in that classification.
McLeod and
Well, no, you're looking at
sorry.
Wilstead and Graff. I mean, Reggie Graff and Logan Wilstead are outstanding. And when you look why Desert Hills 0-2, well, you play against Highland, really good, we've learned, and you play against Alta,
really good,
and that one was on the road. Yeah. So things there. Dixie 1-1, lost to Springville, and then a nice win against Roy.
This might be a prove-it game for Dixie. We might get a real good feel for how good the Flyers are this year.
Been really, really good. It's going to be so much fun.
Yeah.
All right, let's stay down south. Pineview versus the fun team, Cedar City, here in week 3.
This will be. There is the Croton. My apologies.
Yes.
Croton, all those schools.
Pineview,
yeah.
3 really good quarterbacks.
I mean, can Cedar City slow down Croton? I mean, that's the big question, right? I mean, I don't know. I only have 10 fingers. I don't know how many passing touchdowns he has this year.
12.
There's no way I'm going to count the yards on these puppies. So, he's been fantastic this year offensively. Can Cedar City slow that down? I mean, that's really going to be the key in this ballgame.
Well, right now, if you're within 7 points in the last couple moments of the game, Cedar City's gonna have a shot. I mean, that's what they've done. The overtime win against Spanish Fork. They drove against. They were inside the 5 against Juab through the interception in the end zone. This Reds team. That's gonna take me a long time. The Reds are gonna be. I mean, this is gonna be very interesting. Very, very interesting. But for Pineview, 0-2, they gotta figure it out. Kearns versus Olympus. Or as you call them, Olympus.
Yeah, hey, because there's a D in Olympus, right? It's stout. How about Olympus? They've not given up a point yet. Scotty Edwards been really fantastic for the Titans this year. Meanwhile, you look at Kearns, a team that's still kind of come together, kind of squeaked past in week 1, a gritty Box Elder team. Boy, week 2, they looked really, really good. Kearns did. And so have they started to put things together? Kearns simply very physical. Olympus become very physical under Coach Whitehead. This is going to be, I think, a really underrated battle, Kearns and Olympus.
Yeah, got to figure out both these teams. Provo, here's a fun one. Hasn't been fun for a long time. Yeah. Provo versus Timpview.
You talk about physical defenses. How about this matchup, huh? You got Timpview coming off a tough loss against American Fork. Provo, we talked about him a little bit on our show this week. That offense, they got a number of receivers to throw to, but that defense is really, really stout. Provo and Timpview, going to be really, really fun. A good one down in Utah County.
Here's the thing, Provo. Can't just look at them and say, well, they're 0-2. Yeah, Lone Peak and AF. the two teams who went to the 6A championship game last year.
Yeah.
This
Record means nothing.
Yeah,
Like,
you got to focus up. This is going to be a fun one.
it is.
It could be very, very good.
At Timpview.
Yeah.
At Timpview.
Been a long time since Provo hung an L on Timpview, at Timpview.
They'd love to.
Ridgeline versus Farmington. This is a surprising one.
Yeah. Hey, how about two teams that are 2-0, Dusty? Wasn't really on my radar before we started the year. These would be two to watch out for. But you think about all the coaching movement up in Cache Valley. New coach at Ridgeline. Cox has had a really good year to start, the quarterback for the Hawks, the River Hawks. Meanwhile, Farmington bursting on the scene in the early going this year, and they are looking stout in the early going. Two teams on very positive trajectories. This game going to be at Farmington. Can Coach Coates keep that Farmington program building, or will the River Hawks and Ridgeline, new coach, ascend past or cool off the field?
There you go, cool off the field. Everett's been really good at quarterback. All right, let's go from bottom to top of our list here.
All right.
Picking games. All right, your pick, Ridgeline versus Farmington.
Hey, I'll tell you this. Van Leeuwen's done a fantastic job. Did a fantastic job at Logan. He's done a fantastic job at Ridgeline. I'm going to go with Ridgeline to get the win on the road.
Lots of points being scored there by Ridgeline.
Yeah.
But Farmington's played Timpanogos and then Syracuse. I'll go Phoenix.
All right.
I'll go Phoenix, getting 3-0.
Okay.
One eye open. Provo versus Timpview.
Boy, this is a good one, huh? I think Timpview's going to come in really motivated for this ball game. Provo, obviously, playing with a lot of confidence right now. Coach McGarry knows how to get it done. I'm going to go with Timpview to bounce back well. They're at home. Really impressed with Elijah Allen, his ability under center to throw the football. Their running game is impressive. They got to figure out how to block that Provo defense, open up some running lanes. But I'm going to go with Timpview at home to pull out a close one.
Yeah. A lot of me wants to go with McGarry and Provo. I'm like that close to pulling the trigger. My father-in-law hung Timpview Drive street sign. I'm going with Timpview in this one.
All right.
But closer than it's been in years.
Yeah.
This is going to be...
It's going to be a fun battle.
It could very easily go to Provo in this one. Very easily.
Yeah.
But I don't think... You're backed up against the wall of faith.
Yeah.
What's Timpview going to do? All right. Kearns Olympus.
I think this is interesting. I think we're going to learn a lot about Kearns this week. I think Olympus offensively too strong. I'm going to go with the Titans pretty comfortably over Kearns.
Scotty Edwards can have a big night. Just got a feeling there. All right, Pineview versus Cedar City.
This is another one I think it might get away from one of the teams. I'm going to go with Pineview. I think they get things aligned, moving. Croton, I got the Panthers winning big.
Yeah, I'm going Pineview as well, and Croton throws for 9 touchdowns in this one.
Okay.
7 against Ridgeline.
At Dusty Litster.
5 against Highland. Yeah, I got a feeling.
Yeah,
Just
all right.
got a feeling.
All
Woo! Dixie versus Desert Hills.
I think this one's a really fun battle. Really fun battle. I know, Dixie 1-1, Desert Hills 0-2. I'm actually going to go with Desert Hills in this one. I'm going to pick the Thunder. I don't know if people would call that an upset. I think Desert Hills has had tougher competition. I think, coming in 0-2, I think they're going to be ready to go. I'm going to go with the Thunder pulling off the win.
There's 2 statements there that I won't hang on it. Yeah, okay. Springville and Roy is a pretty good competition. All right, Dixie, Graph. This is going to be a good one.
Okay.
Yeah. Better competition. That's an interesting one.
We'll
That's another
talk on
topic.
camera, huh?
We need to start our podcast. Fremont versus Roy.
Yeah, hey, I got a lot of pride in me, right? And if you remember when we started, what was the first thing I really latched onto? The Roy boys, Dusty.
What
the
are we doing
Roy
this
boys.
year? But that was basketball.
That's true, and I do have,
And Luke Hobbs did play basketball and football. He was a quarterback.
Yeah, and he's now a coach. He's on the staff at Roy High School. I'm going to go with Roy and Coach Fernandez to get the job done.
Fremont.
Yeah.
0-2, they got to get going.
Right.
Mitch Stratford throwing a lot of passes. All right.
Great.
All right, I did this on purpose. Bingham, Corner Canyon.
I'll tell you what, I think this is going to be a fantastic ball game, right? I think we have a really good feel for what Corner Canyon is. I think we're still learning a little bit about Bingham. I'm going to go with Corner Canyon and get the win in this one. And I know a lot of Bingham fans and some of the coaches, I'm sure that's going to be Twitter fodder and probably hung in locker rooms. And, hey, Bingham, when you win, then you can thank me.
You took Corner Canyon.
I'm going to take Corner Canyon.
That's a good one. Yeah. It's at Bingham.
Yeah.
I'll take the Miners.
All right.
Get it done. That defense is really good. Remember, everyone wanted East East won it. Now, Corner Canyon hasn't gone out and said that.
Yeah.
Eric Kerr knows how to attack that defense, but not a lot of people have done it really effectively.
I will tell you this. If there was something about Cole Hagen last year, one of the things people looked at was the turnovers. He cannot turn the ball over against Bingham. You turn over against Bingham, you lose. He's got to play a clean game, but I think he's got the weapons to do it. It's going to be really fun to see what Coach Lamborn and that Bingham defense have in store for Corner Canyon. It's going to be a really good
last
game.
10 game loss at home. There hadn't been a lot of them, but the first one that comes to my mind besides the Gorman game, that doesn't count. They were number 1 in the country, was 07 against Jordan because I was there. Yeah, it's like one of the few ones I can remember. And Eric Kerr was the offensive coordinator.
Yeah.
Alex Hart, the quarterback. But anyway, that's going to be a good one. That's a lot of fun. But anyway, hit us up on Twitter. What are your thoughts? We're right, we're wrong. We'll take it. For Vince Francis and Dane Stewart, I'm Dusty Litster. Thanks for watching Deseret News Rewind on DeseretNews.com.